How's it going, guys? Tom from the Football Boots team, and today we're doing something a little bit different, something we haven't done on the channel before, and that is we're doing a full test and review of a fake 20-pound football boot. That's right, 20 pounds. So let's get into it. Obviously, when you buy a 20-pound football boot, you don't really expect much from it, but let's talk about the details of this one. The first thing you notice when you pick up the boot, you feel the overall quality of the boot actually feels quite flimsy and quite average. Another way to tell that it is a cheap fake boot is to look at the branding on the side of the boot. I don't even know what it says. Does it say Sport? Does it say Sport 7? And also those lines, obviously just Adidas lines, but changed in different directions. So when we look at the upper on this boot, it is a really thin, cheap synthetic. It is quite soft and quite flexible, so it could be decent around the foot, but it's nothing like any of the top end models. The boot also features a slight sock, and it feels kind of like a wetsuiting material, similar to Adidas neoprene that they have on their Pure Chaos back in the day, so that's probably the closest thing that I can compare it to. The upper construction itself is very similar to both the Pure Chaos and the Puma one, with the fact that it is made up of the two materials. The upper has a slight textured pattern on it, but you don't really notice that when you're wearing it on feet. What I noticed more was actually when I first put them on, they were insanely sticky, and I don't know if that's just from the material being cheap and kind of sticky out of the box, but after playing in a bit, it actually gets really slippery. If you guys know your boots, you would have already worked out that the design is based off the Paris pack, but that was actually blue. This was released at about the time of the red limit pack, so what they've obviously done is gone and colour changed it to make it a red and black colourway. To be fair, I feel like the design could look okay on a decent boot, but I think the branding's kind of ruined it for me. So the boot has a mid-cut silhouette, very similar to that of the Prime Knit or the Pure Control from Adidas. However, it's a little bit more bulky and it also is a little bit more flimsy. It doesn't really hold its shape as well. When we flip the boot over and look at the sole plate, we get to, in my opinion, the cheapest and worst part of the boot. It is so flimsy. You can bend it all the way in half, almost snapping it. But the worst thing of all is you can actually bend it back on itself, and there is no football boot in the world that you should be able to do that with. Because the sole plate is so flimsy, it really doesn't offer any support under your feet, pretty much whatsoever. You can actually feel the individual studs as you're running on the ground, which is obviously very uncomfortable and not good at all. Forgetting how bad the sole plate is, and we look at the studs, and they are obviously all conical studs, and if we put the sole plate beside that of the Pure Control or the Prime Knit, it looks almost identical. They have obviously copied a lot off that boot. To be fair, when you first slip the boot on, it doesn't actually feel that bad for fit. The width and length are pretty standard, but the upper just isn't that compressive. So the boot feels a little bit clumpy and a little bit loose around your foot. We get to one of the hardest things when buying fake boots online, the sizing. Now the sizing of these boots is actually whack. It says it's a 7.5 UK, and I'm a solid probably 8.5 UK, but these fit me like a 10. So it's all just a bit of luck of the draw when you order boots online. You never really know, so be prepared to be disappointed. When we talk about the boot comfort wise, it isn't actually too bad. The upper is really thin, so you feel all the strikes when you hit the ball. Probably wouldn't want to be stood on, but the worst part is once again that sole plate, because you can feel every individual stud under your foot and it hurts to run and play on. We weighed these boots and they came in at 262 grams. So not that bad considering the primer is 243 grams. You can definitely get away with it, they're definitely not too heavy. So in my opinion, the best selling point of these whole boots is the fact that they are £20. That is so cheap. You can tell that they're £20 though because they're not really up to the standard of any of the high quality brands, but at the same time it's £250 really realistic for a Pure Control from Adidas. I'm not too sure that with £230 more to pay for the Pure Control, if that's actually worth it than £20 for these boots. I'm not saying that I'd wear these boots over the Pure Control, but I'm just saying I'm not too sure if the price difference is justified. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think the price difference between the two boots is justified? Vote in the poll card now.
Oh no! Look at this! Look at that. There's like so much flex. That's weird ass. Spore 7? Daniel, be careful with those.
Daniel.
What do you reckon, Oscar?
So they can
They're flimsy, yeah.
Wait, so they're those. Oh my god, that's weird.
Yeah, I'd say
I
these are
could.
definitely fake.
100%.
Yeah.
Spore 7.
Would you guys wear them?
Yeah, they're my favorite. I always see.
Spore 7.
Probably not.
How much money were they?
I'll wear them.
Are they comfy to wear because
They
they're
were-
so soft?
$35.
Oh my god.
I know it's expensive for what they are, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
Are they comfy to wear?
Tom?
They're not bad. They're not good though. You can put it that way.
Not good for kicking either.
Nah.
The sole plate is like
Yeah.
if you push them
No,
down.
like-
I know.
Oh.
The socks made of like
So much
wetsuit
fun.
material.
Yeah, you can tell it's like not.
They look very like these.
Yeah, it's
Very
like
these boots.
and these.
Pretty similar.
See, look, it's like the same colorway. See, it's like color.
Wait, is this like
This
the
is
fake
another
version?
No, these
of
are
the
real. These are
Puma
real.
ones?
Yeah, these are.
They're the real
Pumas.
Puma ones. Yeah.
Yeah, Puma ones.
Like,
Oh, is this the new
There's like Sharpie or
colorway
something.
for it?
We blacked
Yeah,
them up.
see?
Oh,
so-
yeah.
Oh,
Because I remember it had some white on it.
So there we are guys, all wrapped up. That is our test and review of our £20 fake football boot. Now all things considered, they aren't actually too bad when you're getting them for just £20, but I would never buy them for myself for a season, no way. I'm not even sure they'll last a couple of games. But that's it, all wrapped up. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.